Respected Toastmasters, fellow youth leaders, and most welcome guests, a very pleasant good afternoon. My name is Leah Antitis, and I'll be performing the role of Surgeon at Arms for today's meeting. And I welcome all of you to the first meeting of Periyar Youth Leadership Program 2022. Before we start the meeting, I request all of you to please switch off your mobile phones or set them on silent mode. So can you all please? Thank you. Now let me recite the mission of our Toastmasters Club. The mission of our club is to provide a supportive and positive learning environment in which members are empowered to learn communication and leadership skills, which results in greater self-confidence and personal growth. For the conduct of a smooth meeting, there are 3 ground rules that we must follow throughout the session. Please do not talk about sex, religion, and politics during the meeting. Second, please maintain silence throughout the session. Third, be attentive throughout the meeting and support the speakers and assignees with your warm smiles and claps. Our theme of the day is Light Yourself to Illuminate. Discover the light within yourself and use it to illuminate the world. Now, it's time for me to hand over the stage to the presiding officer of today's meeting. He is a mechanical engineer by profession and a great public speaker by talent. With a big round of applause, please help me to welcome the president of our club, DTM Harish Bhargavan, onto the stage. Welcome.
Thank you, dear, for that excellent introduction. Hope I am audible to you. And it's really an exhilarating feeling to see this filled hall after the pandemic. Looks like we are getting back to normal after 2 years of settling down and confining ourselves inside our rooms. I have a question, dear. Here we are for a youth leadership program. Now I have a question to the youth leaders. Youth leaders, why should you attend this program?
For the betterment of our speaking skills and leadership skills.
For what? What will you gain once you improve your speaking skills? What will happen?
To be a good leader.
Okay, for what?
For the future, because we are the future leaders.
Okay, so in the future, if you are a good leader, what will happen?
We'll create a good environment for the future generation.
Okay, then what will happen? Wonderful, because you have beaten me. I was expecting that you would say you want to gain, want to grow successful, make more money, and enjoy life. You didn't give me that answer. You said you want to become better people to make this world a better place for everyone. That is truly, I don't have any better explanation to give. The group leaders here, they are really a talented group of people from whom we, the leaders, have a lot to learn. So this is a mutual exchange of learning that we are going to have here. You will be studying a lot of things in schools, and here we come to learn something that you may not gain in schools. And it is going to be a bit of stress for you. We will be asking you, come and deliver, do this project, or maybe once or twice in the same week itself, along with your exam load, you will find it really struggling, hard to do. You might think, should I have gone for it? Will you do that? Okay, consciously you may not, but sometimes it will come to your mind. But always remember, all that stress that you are enduring, it is going to make you, it is going to strengthen you, it is going to improve your capability, it is going to enhance your skills, it will make you stand in good stead in front of other people in the days to come. So take it in a positive manner, enjoy that stress that comes to you. Every moment, every ounce of effort that you are putting in, it is going to make you stronger, better, and more capable. Keep that thought in mind. That will help you go through all the stress. Not only that, it will help you encounter even bigger challenges that will come to you in the future. Are you ready for it? Right. We are going to have a wonderful ride, and leading this from the front is a great person who inspires me a lot. He has shown to me that putting an effort in the interest and for the betterment of others is a worthy cause. And for that reason alone, I am here in this platform. Actually, the reason I became president of this club, it is just because of that person alone. That's a secret I haven't shared to anyone. With that, please help me welcome to the stage our coordinator of Youth Leadership Program, Distinguished Toastmaster Manoj Sinaya.
Am I audible? Yes. Thank you, Mr. President, for that very encouraging introduction. Esteemed guests, parents, and my dear youth leaders, a very warm good afternoon to all of you.
Good afternoon.
First of all, let me thank Periyar Toastmasters Club and its membership for nominating me as the coordinator for this youth leadership program. I am humble and honored. Now let me ask a question to our fervent youth leaders. Do you know how and why this youth leadership has developed? Any idea? Anybody from Toastmasters? I need responses. No idea. Let me explain that to you. Most of us, including me, believe that we know ourselves better than anybody. Am I right or not?
Yes.
That's it. However, a complete picture of what a person owes requires both the person's perspective and it may be largely accurate, but it needs some other opinion as well, because that will be having some blind spots in ourselves itself. Can you think there are some blind spots in ourselves? That is why when we talk to people, when we talk to others, they find ourselves, no, he is not very attractive, he is not very talkative, he is not coming up with the lead, all these things comes. So there are some blind spots within ourselves which we are not able to identify. Is it clear to you?
Yes.
Very good. This is mostly because of information where some are due to motivational distortions in our own self-perceptions. Have you understood the word motivational distortions? You should better, because motivational distortion is the perceptions which we have. We may acquire from many other people when we have born, when we go to the school, when we live in a society. This is good, that is good, this is not good, that is not good. This way you have to behave, that way you should not. All these things happens, right? So this is called motivational, because somebody might have told you you should do like this. This is the right way. And it becomes a habit to us so that we start to do the same way. Right or not?
Yes.
That's it. Because of these reasons, experienced and studied personnel can perceive some aspects of personality better than the self-care. Many researchers have examined how people can tap into others' knowledge to improve personality of ours. It is proven that the age in between 12 to 18 is the best time this can be done. This is why the youth leadership programs had developed by visionaries, including Toastmasters International Research Team. Now, are you clear why the youth leadership programs have developed? If anybody asks you, you can give this right answer. Is it right or not?
Yes.
You all got it?
Yes, sir.
Very good. It's a proven fact that when we know ourselves better, we do better and maybe the best. This is why I took the Periyar Youth Leadership Program tagline as when we know better, we do the best. Actually, I took and modified the quote. When we know better, you do better, of famous American poet, memoirist, and civil rights activist Maya Angelou. You might have noticed why I call her memoirist. This is because other than the famous books she had written, she also had written 7 autobiographies during this time. So that is why she was called as a memoirist, who writes memoirs, right? I have only one request to our talented youth leaders and the erudite parents. This program is not a competition with the exam-related school syllabus, but only for illuminating your child's future during all those long years which he or she is going to pursue. A one and only opportunity to improve his or her talents, attitude, communication, and leadership to better and improved levels. Hence, do not waste this opportunity and involve and evolve the maximum benefits out of the same by punctual and focused from starting to end. I hope you all will agree with me and will do exactly the same.
Yes.
Are you?
Yes, sir.
Definitely. Thank you very much. Wishing you all the very best. Let us know better to do the best. Now it is my time to introduce the youth leader of the day for managing today's program. To do that, let me invite a gentle and multi-talented personality, past president of Periyar Toastmasters Club, Secretary of AMS, present Secretary of AMS, Association of Malayali Professionals in Saudi Arabia, a singer, a dancer, an actor, whatnot. With a full round of applause, help me welcome Toastmaster Saru Cletus, the Assistant YLP Coordinator of Periyar Toastmasters.
We cannot always build the future of our youth, but we can build our youth for the future. It's a word by Franklin Roosevelt. Respected Periyar Toastmasters Club President DTM Harish Bhargavan, respected Youth Leadership Program Coordinator DTM Manoj Nayak, dear youth leaders, parents, friends, children, a warm good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I am very happy to stand here to witness the beginning of Periyar Toastmasters Youth Leadership Program. It's my pleasure and privilege to invite Youth Leader of the day, Youth Leader Josephine Sid. He has impeccable talents. He was the mastermind of creating prayers of Periyar Toastmasters meeting. More than that, I was amazed to see him when he was angering and CFTS program. So let me invite this multi-talented youth leader, Josephine Xavier. Please give a round of applause.
Thank you, YLP Assistant Coordinator Toastmaster Sabu Uncle, for that encouraging introduction. Mr. President, respected Toastmasters, parents, and dear fellow youth leaders. Good afternoon to you all. Youth leadership programs are indeed a great opportunity for all of us to improve our confidence in public speaking. I am very much privileged to be the youth leader of the day. Today, I have selected "Like Yourself" to illuminate as word of the day. Theme of the day: the life is an opportunity to render service to others, where we show love and kindness to everyone. We can serve others in many ways, and we should ensure that we use every opportunity that we can. Dear youth leaders, can anyone share your opinion about the most valuable way to serve others? One of the most valuable ways to serve others is to show them that we care. Giving our time and encouragement to someone will be often more valuable than even the most generous gift. That's what our mentors here sitting here do for us. What a wonderful platform they have provided for us. Aren't we blessed for that? When others need our help, we should make a special effort to show them that we care. A good teacher, trainer, even our mentors are like a candle. It consumes itself to illuminate the way for others. I believe that good leaders also have the same quality. Dear fellow, there are so many unfortunate people around us looking for a brighter future. And if we can brighten their lives even a little bit, that will matter. Dear fellow youth leaders, guests, and Toastmasters, imparting this simple thought over to you, let me introduce today's assignments. To conduct this meeting effectively, we have a group of talented and dedicated youth leaders. To keep a sharp bird's eye view of today's meeting, we have our general evaluator, youth leader Chaitanya Sri. I will introduce her in detail later in the evaluation session. However, may I request youth leader Chaitanya Sri to please acknowledge your presence and briefly explain your role as the general evaluator.
Good evening, everyone. My role as a general evaluator is to observe and evaluate everything from the beginning to the end of the meeting and to lead a constructive evaluation session when called upon to do so. I will wrap up the entire proceeding of the meeting, complementing good practices and indicating the areas required improvement. Thank you.
Thank you, youth leader Chaitanya Sri. Today's grammarian and word master is a talented youth leader. She is a 7th grader at International Indian School, Algeria. She likes to read books and write stories. Youth leader Aisha Fatima, could you please come to the lectern and explain your role as the grammarian and introduce the word of the day as the word master?
Dear esteemed Toastmasters, distinguished guests, and my dear youth leaders, a pleasant evening to all of you. Today, I have a dual role to play as your word master and grammarian. As your grammarian, I will carefully listen to your speeches and take notes of the good and bad usages of language. As your word master, to introduce a new word as the word of the day and explain the different usages of the word with proper illustration to enable us to expand our vocabulary. At the end, I will present my report when called upon by a general evaluator. The word of today's meeting, curious, is already displayed on the wall and agenda. The word curious is an adjective, meaning anxious to know about something. Definition, eager to find about something fascinating. Something unusual that you want to figure out. Synonyms, unusual, unexpected. Antonyms, incurious, uninterested. Now let me give you some examples on the usage of this word. We're curious why you didn't call back. He's curious why she was acting weird. She was curious why everyone was looking at her suddenly. I would like to request all the speakers and assignees to just go ahead and enjoy using this word. Thank you.
Thank you, youth leader Aisha Fatima. Our timer tonight is another dynamic youth leader. He's a 6th grader and enjoys playing piano, making games, and dancing. Youth leader Arnav Gupta, could you please explain your role as the timer?
My name is Arnav Gupta, and my role as a timer is to keep track of time for all the speeches and the evaluation sessions. For prepared speeches, the time allotted for icebreaker speech is 4 to 5 minutes and international speech 5 to 7 minutes. A grace period of 30 seconds is allowed on either side. For the table topic speakers, the time allotted is to 1 to 2 minutes with a grace period of 30 seconds on the higher side. For prepared speeches evaluators, the time allotted is 1 to 2 minutes with a grace period of 30 seconds on the higher side. For table topic evaluators, the time allotted is 30 seconds for each speaker and overall evaluation is 30 seconds. I will report the exact time taken by each participant at the end of each session when called upon to do so.
Thank you, youth leader Arnav Gupta. Fellow youth leaders, let's give a thunderous round of applause to all the assignments. Now it is time for an exciting session, Getting Acquainted. To conduct the session, we have an energetic youth leader. Please help me to welcome youth leader Aisha Safir.
of the day, Chief Counselor, distinguished Toastmasters and Madam Toastmasters, and handsome boys and beautiful girls. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Frankly, honestly speaking, it has been almost 2 years since we have accumulated for an offline meeting, including many of us who has been speaking since a long time. It's the first time in 2 years we are standing on an offline podium to address an audience, and I have to give Periyar Toastmasters a huge round of applause for making this come true. I believe this is the first YLP since the pandemic that has an offline meeting. So you are one of the most luckiest batches, and this is going to be a very fun journey for you all. Now, the getting acquainted session. You see, this is going to be one of your first workshops, I presume. This is your first meeting, so this is your first workshop. This workshop represents a lot about your further journey in your leadership. Do you know why? I'll tell you. Give me some time. Before starting the entire workshop, are you ready?
Yes.
And I'm not talking about the fact you're physically present here. I want each and every one of you to lend me your attention for the next half an hour. Will you lend me your attention, your keen attention, for the next half an hour?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
And when I ask a question, I want full engagement. Because this workshop is not just going to be an educational workshop, it's going to be a discussion where we are going to speak to each other about what is public speaking. Yes?
Yes.
Thank you so much. Before starting on what this entire session is, what is this complicated word named getting acquainted? What is getting acquainted? Have you ever wondered what the name is? Let's say you are in a train or a plane or a flight. We're going to presume a train. And of course, you won't be the only passengers there unless you are extremely rich and owning a private jet, which I'm presuming is not the case for now. You are in a train, traveling to a faraway land for a very long duration, okay? Of course, you have your fellow passengers with you. So in order to make your journey less boring, to make it a bit more interesting, to make it worth enjoying, what you do is you start talking to the person beside you. You start interacting. Oh, I can't move a lot. You start interacting with each other. You just start asking about dislikes, about likes, about hobbies, ambitions. What is the reason for the travel? Tell me yes or no. You start interacting with your fellow passengers in order to make friends. Many of us have made friends in travel, yes?
Yes.
Exactly. So this process is called getting acquainted. You get closer, you get to know each other, you start getting interactive with each other. And that, my friends, is called getting acquainted. Acquainted means you need to know someone. And in this session, we are just going to get to know each other. Simple as it is. Now let's see the dictionary meaning of acquainted. Familiar? You know what? I would like you to read it. Can you read yes, please?
Familiar, having some, often not very much, knowledge of something or someone, having personal knowledge.
Thank you, Sergeant Thomas. Thank you so much. Definitely. Thank you. I believe that my explanation was much better than this. Was it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Thank you. You see, I keep talking about the fact that this workshop is a very important workshop. It has a very special place in the journey of YLP, but I didn't say why. And before giving you an answer, I want a simple question. I'm going to ask a simple question, that is, why YLP? As our chief coordinator and youth leader of the day has shown light upon the fact that we are, the more we care about something, the more we put effort into something, is the more we are able to produce better results. And you have come here not just to become better speakers, not just to become better leaders, not to become a champion public speaker, not to become someone who's able to stand in front of thousands of people and speak. That is not the goal of YLP, which many of you may presume. But it is to make individuals who can express themselves, to make individuals who are able to speak against injustice, people who are able to voice their opinions. Because if that is gone, the world will start perishing. That is why YLP creates people for this exact purpose. The world suffers a lot not because of the violence of bad people, but because of the silence of good people. So, in this YLP journey, we are going to mold you potential leaders into those people who we can give the world into safer hands. Because you are the future, not just you. I'm a teenager. We all are the future generations of the world. And we are not able to stand up and say, this is injustice, the world will start getting destroyed. But this won't happen unless each and every one of you are dedicated and give determination to this program. Will you promise me that?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. And a huge round of applause for Manoj uncle, because him and his team is going to work day and night for each and every one of you to give you the maximum resources in order to make you those good people that fight against violence. A huge round of applause, please, for the teachers. The only way in which you can repay this is by devoting your entire concentration upon this program, the YLP program, for the next 1 month. Just 1 month's time, and you're going to transform yourselves into individuals that you've never seen before. Basically, YLP is going to take you as a personality and raise you from where you are to where you deserve to be. We'll raise you to that. Now, most of us back off from public speaking because of this exact reason. Butterflies in my stomach, my legs are trembling, my head is blank, I am not able to speak, I'm suddenly illiterate, I don't even know English at this point, I don't even know who I am. It's called glossophobia, the fear of public speaking. Tell me, how many of you suffer from this atrocious disease? Be confident, tell me, who all have glossophobia? That is the fear of coming up in public and voicing your opinions. Who's afraid of the stage? I'm actually surprised. I was expecting a lot of hands because every single time I've done this workshop, every single youth leader used to raise their hands. This is the first batch. Well, there is no youth leader with glossophobia. Until you have the best batch. The best batch. So why do I even need to explain this? Just so you know, glossophobia is one of the very least amounts of phobia that can be very easily conquered. Because this is a psychological condition that people believe exists, but it does not exist. It's just a fear inside them, which we are here to overcome, which you do not have, so I don't have to talk about. Now, singers. Are there any singers in the audience? Okay, we have singers and dancers. I'm going to assume many of you are shy and not coming forward. Artists. There are nobody with talent in this hall?
Yeah, raise your hands.
Yeah, raise your hands. Okay, we have artists, we have singers, we have dancers. How many of you know how to read? Okay, consider the amount of hands. How many of you know how to write? significant increase in the number of people who can read and write, and the number of people who can sing, dance, and do artwork. Do you know why? Because singing, dancing, art, being an artist, these are all talents. And reading and writing is a skill. And you know what's the difference between a skill and a talent? Yes? That is my job, but please say. Yes, you know? That's fine. I was just joking, by the way. Talents are those which people are born with. They are God-gifted abilities which you cultivate with training and time. Talents are something you're born with, and if you're not gifted to sing, you can't sing. For example, if I sing, this area will be evacuated. But reading and writing, are you born with the ability to read and write? No. You go to school for that. Therefore, you are cultivating an ability. You are acquiring this ability over time. Talent is something you are born with. Reading and writing, basically skill, is something you acquire with training and time. Many people, and I believe many people in this audience, including me when I was young, I'm still young, but still, in my earlier days, I used to back away from public speaking because I didn't have the talent of public speaking. Who all have that fear that no, you don't have the essential talent for public speaking, and you're here to develop that talent. Finally, I have some hands. Well, you're wrong, because public speaking is not a talent. Public speaking is a skill. Just like reading, writing, and speaking, public speaking is a skill that you acquire with training. Nobody in this world is born with the ability to do public speaking. Have you seen a 4-year-old doing a keynote address in the United States of America? No, you haven't. Because public speaking is a skill that each and every human being has the capability to acquire. So, I don't want to hear the excuse that I don't have the talent to do public speaking. Okay, you might not have the skill. That is why you're here for. Therefore, you will all dedicate your full effort to develop the skill of public speaking. Am I right?
Yes.
Thank you. Now, the initial question I asked, what is so special about this workshop, apart from the fact that I am the one doing it? It takes the panic out of public speaking. When you're first, okay, I forgot the fact, none of you have glossophobia. So, taking the panic out of public speaking, and it is the first step towards expressing yourself in public. I told you, YLP is all about developing and creating and molding human beings who have the ability to express themselves and fight against injustice. And this exercise is going to be the first step towards it. So stay tuned. And this one exercise that probably take maximum an hour, is going to exercise almost 10 skills inside of you. Enhancing thinking skills, organizing skills, analyzing, compiling, generating, connecting, compiling, focusing, presentation, all these skills are going to be exercised, strengthened, developed, and polished with this one exercise. That is the getting advanced exercise you're here for. Now you might say, this entirety of benefits we are getting, all these wonderful skills we are getting to be exercised and enhanced, we are taking the panic out of public speaking, we are taking the first step towards expressing ourselves in public. Can we do this in one meeting? No. That is not the answer I want. Can we do it in one meeting? No. It seems to be mission impossible, but my friends, 10 minutes. Lend your attention for 10 minutes, and I guarantee you, each and every one of these youth leaders will become the best version of themselves. Before moving ahead, I want to clarify that every one of you have a paper, a pencil, something to note down your ideas, or because the session that is about to come is going to be your guidelines that will help you prepare for the getting acquainted exercise. I'll wait, no worries. Be fully ready. Even if many of you did not note down whatever happened in the workshop until now, it's fine. I hope you have accumulated that in your brains. But the next few sessions, pay keen attention. I would like to lend your full focus here because it's going to be your instructions regarding how to do the getting acquainted workshop. Okay? Wow, am I being ignored? No? Are you ready? Shall we move on? Pen and paper ready?
Yes.
Adrenaline pumped up? Yes? Okay, let's do this. Step 1. Interview your partner. Each and every one of you will be paired up. Maybe the person beside you, maybe the person in front of you. Who knows? Life's a surprise. You will be paired up with one of your fellow youth leaders, and you'll be given a break time. You'll be given a break time, 10 minutes. In that, you have to interview your partner. Ask them questions. Get acquainted with them, basically. Get acquainted with them. Ask them questions, their name, their siblings, their hobbies, their dislikes, their likes, and if you have some similarities. That is a very good point, actually. If you have some similarities regarding the music taste you are into, or your ambitions, and then go for your hobbies. Then the type of food you're into, is he or she a traveler? Do they like animals? The creativity is endless. Ask questions to each other and answer them and engage in a very fruitful conversation. Step 1, done. Interview. You'll get a partner in the break time. Interview him or her very thoroughly. Okay? Next step. Listen carefully. I understand. We are teenagers. I myself am 18-year-old. I'm a teenager and I am a female. It is hard for us to listen. But teenagers, you have to control yourself and listen to your partner as much as possible. And when I say listen, don't just hear hollow words. Listen to what your partner is, because you want to understand whom you are facing right now. You're getting a partner, and your job is to introduce that partner to the audience. Yes, that is the exercise, by the way. You are to introduce the fellow partner, your friend, your fellow youth leader to the audience. And how will you not understand that personality if you're not carefully listening to him or her? Analyze every single word and listen to him or her very carefully. Moving ahead. No analysis. This is actually one of the most trickiest part of this exercise. Okay, you sit down, you're interviewing, you're listening to him or her very carefully. Now you see, your partner will talk about a lot of things about themselves, but you have to pick out those things that describes them the best. Tell me, somebody is introducing you, and would you want to be introduced in a positive way or a negative way?
Positive.
Exactly. And there's a famous saying that to talk about people in such a way, you want to hear yourself being talked about. You want to be introduced in a positive way, and therefore you have to introduce your partner in a positive way. And for that, during listening, take out good qualities about them. If he's good at singing, take out that and add it to your jot it to your list. in this, your analytical skills are exercising and churning so hard, it is developing and polishing eternally. So, we have about 3 steps out. What are the 3 steps we have until now? I knew actually, but I wanted to see if you're paying attention. Thank you so much. Next is incorporated. You have all the details. You have data, you did research, you have data, and now it is time for compilation. You have to make a speech out of what you have. You've talked about everything to know about each other very well. Now, compile it into a speech. Compile it into a speech, an effective, systematic speech that is very fruitful to hear. The flow of the speech, please keep in note, the flow of the speech should be very smooth. But don't take any tension about the grammar, the vocabulary, because this is not a school. We are not here to teach you English, we are not here to teach you vocabulary, past tense, present tense, no. We are here to develop you as personalities and individuals. And that is done right now. So, incorporation is also done. You interview, you listen carefully, you analyze the best traits, you picked out the best traits from what your partner is speaking about, and finally you have compiled your speech. Now, what is left? Compilation is done. Now what? Exactly. Present your speech in 60 seconds. What do you think about this timing? 60 seconds. Can you speak a lot in 60 seconds? Just so you know, somebody said no? Just so you know, 60 seconds is 120 words. This is how we calculate timing and wording in Toastmasters and youth leadership programs. It is using word count. And the hard and fast rule is that 60 seconds equals 120 words. You can say plenty in 120 words, believe me. Once you get on stage, 120 words will seem like infinity. So we have done delivery also. Therefore, we have completed all the steps required for the Getting Acquainted workshop, not workshop, exercise, my pardon. Let me revise what are the steps. May I have the steps?
Yes.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes.
Interview your partner. Step 1.
Okay.
Step 2. Listen carefully. Step 3. Analyze the best traits. Step 4. Incorporate it. Step 5. Present it in 60 seconds.
Thank you so much, please. Thank you. So, are there any doubts regarding the procedure? This is the procedure, this is the guidelines you have to follow in order to get the best result of this exercise. Any doubt regarding the process, regarding the questions, fire away. I'm at your service. None? Are you sure? Because after this we are going to something else.
Yes.
Yes? Very well then. I'm glad you understood. Now, Toastmasters or Youth Leadership Program as a whole is an organization that celebrates individuality. It celebrates diversity. Because you see, no two individuals are the same. No two individuals have the same speaking style. Maybe me and our wonderful Sergeant Tams, we both have similar speaking styles, but in no way is two speaking styles the same. And Toastmasters always celebrates this, it embraces this. Therefore, always dare to be different. Even if this entire hall is speaking about something, nobody is going to force you. Nobody has the right to force you to speak the same way. You have your creativity, your blood carries your energy, and that is what should flow from your speeches. If someone else, if you do imitate someone, that is not your speech. That is not you speaking. You don't own that speaking style. It becomes someone else's speech flowing from your body. And that is not development of a individuality. It's a development of a simple speaking style. We are here to develop ourselves as personalities. So, I want each and every one of you to be creative in your own ways. Be different no matter what you see around you. Because that is the most important part of being in YLP and developing yourselves, is to dare to be different. So will you all be true to yourself doing this exercise during the entirety of your life? Yes? Yes. Thank you. That is the confidence I want to hear. Now, we have finished the guidelines of Getting Acquainted workshop. Now we are going to go into a session where we are going to talk about some essential etiquettes regarding public speaking. And these etiquettes are to be noticed very ardently. Because when you're in a forum, when you're in a larger group of audience, people actually recognize these etiquettes. Etiquettes means manners. These manners, and they start judging you by these etiquettes. Before moving on to the etiquettes, some terminologies. This structure right here is called a lectern. Repeat with me, a lectern. Lectern, okay? This is a lectern, and the stage, what I am walking in and presenting, is called a podium. Yes, there's a huge difference between a lectern and a podium, and it's often interchanged during a speech. Please keep a note that the structure is a lectern and this is a podium. So whenever someone is referring to a podium, make sure it is the stage. Very well, now the etiquettes. You see, we are so, all of us, we are so focused on our attire. Before coming, it spent almost 30 minutes selecting my outfit. We all are so focused and obsessed on how we look that we forget to wear one of the most important things on stage. What do you think it is?
Smile.
Exactly. When you smile during your speech or when you are addressing an audience, the audience starts to become very comfortable with you and they start connecting with you more. And that is basically the goal of a public speaker, is to connect with the audience. And your message will be better delivered. Am I audible? Yes. Very well. Okay. So, here's the thing. What people notice first when they meet someone, that is, what are the factors in which the first impression of a person lies? For example, when I came to the podium, one of the first things you noticed about me is scientifically proven to be in this order. Hair, 4%, clothes, 7%, smell, I don't think you smelled me, but still. Smell, 11%, eyes, 31%, and a whopping 47% of a person's identity and first impression is given by their smiles. So whenever you're on stage and whenever you're called up on stage, start yourself with a smile. That itself gives this huge first impression, a huge positive impression on the audience that the connection is established as soon as possible. Moving on. Now, the next speaker in the international speech competition is youth leader Aisha Zafar. The moment you hear the name, your attention is on me. No matter if I'm on stage, no matter if I'm off stage. Your attention starts to be, where is Aisha Zafar? That is your attention. This means that whenever your name is called upon a podium, in a podium, that second onwards, you are in the center of attraction. All the eyes of the audience is on you. You are on limelight. And when such an important concentration of attention is upon you, do you think slouching your shoulders, having a tense face, walking with trembling legs helps for the impression?
No.
No, it's not going to help. So the walk from the seat to the podium must be crisp and confident. Because as I said, the moment your name is called upon, that moment itself, you have become the owner of the podium. And the owners of the podium are confident, elegant, graceful people. Keep that in mind, fellow youth leaders. Next, give a shake hand to the person standing on the podium. If there is a person on the podium, a shake hand to your contestant, to your youth leader. Come forward to the podium, a firm shake hand. Then, greet everyone politely, pleasantly, yet confidently. Deliver your speech also confidently. Even during the delivery, keep a smile on your face. Clear? And finally, the most important etiquette in a podium, do not be obsessed with yourself. Once you're on the podium, diverting yourself into fixing my hijab, is my tie okay, is my shoe shining, is my makeup smudging, is my eyeliner okay? No, none of those things are going to matter if your connection with the audience is established. Because once you start fiddling with your outfits, connection broken. They start focusing upon your outfits. And do you want that? No. Exactly. So, any fixations, any changes, do it before leaving your stage. Crystal clear. And finally, look at the audience confidently with a smile and deliver your speech with a calm mind. And when I say look at the audience, I actually mean to make eye contact with the audience. And I know it is overwhelming, it is a lot of stress and almost traumatizing for people to come up on stage and delivering in front of a huge audience with so many people. It's okay to get overwhelmed. So what you can do is imagine you're talking to one person at a time. For example, divide the entire audience into a group of 4 or 5 and select one person from each group. Keep talking to that one person alternatively. So the audience don't know this. The audience will feel, oh, she's talking to me. The audience don't know who you're looking at. The audience will feel that connection because you're rotating your head in all directions. That is one of the best keys, and this was actually suggested by the president of Toastmasters, the past president of Toastmasters himself. It's a very effective tool for beginner speakers to concentrate on certain people, and those could be the people you're already comfortable with. You know why? Because speaking to one individual at a time is more easier than thinking that you're speaking to an entire audience. Your confidence increases, your fluency increases, etc. So, gracefully stand, confidently deliver, maintaining eye contact according to the technique I told you. Very well. Now the last few etiquettes, we have return the mic, a handshake. While entering, you give a handshake. While returning, you give a handshake and you return. Handshakes mean a lot in Toastmasters. It establishes peace and greetings and friendship and fellowship in Toastmasters. So do not forget the handshake. We have a session regarding handshakes, don't worry, we'll come to that. And finally, walk confidently back with a smile. You enter with a smile, you walk back with a smile. Simple as that. And then, my friends, we have concluded the etiquettes regarding. What is the etiquettes regarding? Tell me, what is the heading? The etiquettes regarding the podium, exactly. So, now coming to an important session, another important session of the meeting, the session. You might be thinking to your inner self, why is Yukrit Aisha coming and teaching us etiquettes about things that are the most basic in Toastmasters? I understand. And I had the same frustration when Toastmasters came and did the workshop for our YLP. The reason is, handshakes, as I said, signify a lot in Toastmasters. It establishes a relationship of fellowship between two Toastmasters, and there are certain etiquettes in handshakes. Between genders, there are specific etiquettes, and there are specific mannerisms in which you have to give handshakes in order to establish the best relationship with your fellow Toastmaster, your youth leader. And that we're going to do now. So for that, I actually need a partner with me so I can do a demonstration, because this is best explained through a demonstration. Manoj uncle, may I have you on stage? We'll have your chief coordinator itself. Thank you. Uncle, you had to wait until I say because this is the reason. You see, it is the lady that offers a hand. Every single time, the lady has the privilege of offering her hand towards a handshake. Because some might be not willing to do so. So to avoid a certain embarrassing, awkward situation that we just witnessed now, we tend to establish a rule that it is always the lady that puts forward a hand. And well, gentlemen, it's fine. We know ladies have privilege over this, but still, when a lady offers a hand, don't shake it so hard we feel that you are the Incredible Hulks. Between male and female Toastmasters or youth leaders, it's supposed to be gentle shakes. As this. Gentle, yet an establishment of fellowship. So, the thing you have to take home from this is, between a man and a woman, always the lady offers a hand. And the lady is not offering a hand, boys, no chance. Okay? This is actually for men exclusively. Am I clear to all of you? Yes? Thank you. And ladies, we did this. Next, I need you for one more thing actually. Now imagine I'm a man. I know I don't exactly give off the vibes, but still, try to imagine. Now between men, the handshakes are supposed to be firm, direct, and very well established, right? Did you see the firmness in that handshake? Did you see the difference between the two we have just did? Yes? This is because the establishment between men is a bit more firm. Yes? Now, those are all the etiquettes regarding gender. Now coming to a few mannerisms in etiquettes that we conclude as a person's personality. For example, let's say I am offering a handshake. Let's say I'm offering a handshake with myself on top of his hand. In this way, I am establishing superiority towards him, which is not present in Toastmasters. Nobody has the right to express superiority. On the other hand, I am shaking my hand with my hand below his. I'm offering like this. I am the person offering, so I am expressing my inferiority towards him. Both superiority and inferiority is not there in Toastmasters. Thank you so much, Uncle. Thank you. Thank you so much for this. As I said, both superiority and inferiority is not there in Toastmasters. Yes, there is the role of president. Yes, there is the role of secretary, the vice presidents. All of those roles are only for club meetings, and none of those roles are to establish inferiority or superiority. It's just management roles. And therefore, handshakes are supposed to be direct and equal, establishing the equality of Toastmasters. This was a simple session, right? The etiquette of handshake, clearly done. I'm hoping that all of you are writing this down, because these etiquettes, which I just told you about, the podium etiquettes, the handshake etiquettes, this does not just apply to this exercise alone. It's for the entirety of your life. When you're in a professional stage and there are people who are educated about these etiquettes, they will start judging you upon these etiquettes. Therefore, following these etiquettes means you are establishing yourself as a well-civilized person, which is very required in public speaking. Shall we move on? Yes? Now, okay, demonstration. It's all things are better learned when we see. Am I right? I told you the guidelines, I told you etiquettes, but I haven't given you a demonstration other than a handshake. So shall we see a live demonstration of a getting acquainted exercise? You don't want one? I can cancel it, no worries. Do you want a live demonstration? Yes. Yes. In that case, we have two wonderful youth league Toastmasters. Two wonderful Toastmasters who have agreed to do this. With a loud round of applause, help me welcome Shivu Uncle and Sabu Uncle on stage. Yes, please, yes.
Good evening, dear youth leaders and fellow Toastmasters guests. He is Mr. Sabu Glitters, one of my best friends. Has a noble profession, is a teacher, but currently he is working in HR department with YLP company. His hobbies are singing, dancing, public speaking, etc., etc., etc. He is from Alappuzha, one of the beautiful districts in Kerala, east of Venice. When I think about him, has a wonderful ability to energize any type of audience within a fraction of a second. Tandaneko, something like that. That's such a beautiful song. I don't know how to sing. Sorry. Such a blessed singer. But more than this. Thank you.
Thank you, DTM Shibu Sagar. Please meet my beloved friend Shibu Sir. He is married, blessed with 3 children. He is working in Kanus as engineer. Since last 10 years, we are in a thick friends. And what I felt him, so look his face. This is innocence. This is the thing I felt him and I attracted him. The more than that, if you want to do something, you can 100% approach him because he never say no. That is a good character. That's a good attitude he is having. So normally, not only me, I think because of this character, more than 100 people around us likes to friendship with him. That's a great man standing in front of you. I'm so happy to introduce him and about his character, about his good qualities. Thank you, over to you.
Thank you. As you have seen, look at the happiness of their fellow partners face when they were being introduced in such a positive way. They were expressing the happiness of their friendship, their similarities, their hobbies, wherever they traveled, their good characteristics. Can you see the amount of friendship they were radiating just because they interacted for what? 10 minutes? The same can be achieved by all of you. This was a perfect example of how to introduce a fellow partner with respect, happiness, and positivity. With this demonstration, final question of the day. Any questions ready to answer? And just so you know, there is no such thing as silly doubt or an insignificant doubt. They are arised due to curiosity, and solving curiosity is what I am here for. So fire away your questions. No questions? No questions. I'm closing the poll. Very well then. I'm glad. Now it's time for pairing up. Don't you want to know who your partners are? Yes, you have to. Disclaimer, okay? These are the photos we received from you. So, if you do not recognize yourself, if you have any complaints, not my problem. The names are given below. Please identify yourselves. Am I clear? Yes. Thank you. Because I've gotten a lot of complaints regarding the photos that I've put on my presentations. I don't want it this time. First pair is youth leader Adib Sheikh and youth leader Roshan. May I see both of you? You both are the partners. Please wave hi to each other. Very well. Okay, very well interacted. Next is youth leader Muhammad Harun and youth leader Vedant.
It's not here.
Yes, next.
Vedant is not attending this session.
Okay.
Yes or no?
Don't worry. Please note yourself as single. We will find a partner. We'll find a partner for you. Next, youth leader Vamika and youth leader Farhan. Please, I apologize if I pronounce
Vamika also.
Vamika. So who is Farhan? So Farhan and
Harun.
Farhan and Harun, you will be pairing up. Very well? Okay. Next, youth leader Mirza and youth leader Bazaar. Youth leader Mirza. Behzad is also not available. So, Behzad will keep in mind. No worries. Next. Youth leader Karthik, youth leader Pragati. Karthik, youth leader Pragati. Have you established with each other? Wave hi. Very well. After the session, please start conversing with each other. Next, we'll go fast. Youth leader Siddharth, youth leader Ritika. Who are they? Very well. Wave hi. You established. Sit down. Next, youth leader Faraz and youth leader Aaron. Clear. Very well. I didn't even have to say. Please be like this. Youth leader Fazil and youth leader Joanna. Acquaintance? Perfect. Youth leader Leah, youth leader Arna. Perfect. Youth leader Behzad. There was one youth leader who did not get one yet. Yes. Please keep yourself in mind. I might forget. Youth leader. Next. Youth leader Arnab, youth leader Chaitanya Shri. Very well. Perfectly done. Next. Youth leader Isha, youth leader Jewel. Very well. We're moving fast. Very well. Youth leader Ryan, youth leader Josbin. Okay. Next. Youth leader Afra, youth leader Naufal. Very well. Both of you are acquainted with each other? You know each other? He's like, your job is to get to know her. Okay, moving on. Youth leader Manzil, youth leader Shan. Very well. That was a very weak handshake. I told you, men should have very. You figure Jonathan and you figure Aisha Fatima both know each other, saw each other very well. Next, you figure you figure Divya and you figure Mirza. You figure Divya and you figure Mirza. So, if everything is done now, all of you have pairs. We had 2 issues. They are also done. Harun and Farhan. Very well. Is that all? Yes, my friends. You have 10 minutes. Start your preparations. Start your preparations. I won't give you more than 10 minutes. Remember the steps, according to the steps.
Yes.
First pair, youth leader Roshan and youth leader Adit. May I have you on stage? And a loud round of applause.
Okay, your phone and the green card, yellow card, red card. Yes. And these.
अभी इसमें खाली
It's probably red.
अभी नहीं
You can bring it to the
Good
stage.
evening all. Today I'll be talking about a friend who I've been acquainted with for 10 minutes. His name is Mohammad Adib. He's 16 years old and he's studying in 10th class. Also from the same school I am. His hobbies are playing football, he likes to go to swimming. He's also from the same, he goes to the same football coaching that I go as well. So I know him somewhat a little. So yeah, that's about it. And I'll talk more. His favorite subject is history. Even though he aspires to be a doctor, which is kind of interesting, I thought his favorite subject would be like biology or something. And he's from Gujarat, a place called Baroda, I believe. And what I've seen from talking with him, he likes to be humorous with his friends. He likes to crack jokes so that he feels more comfortable with people. And he's kind of shy around new people. So we've been talking for like 10 minutes. We've kind of gotten into each other for like those 10 minutes. We've talked a lot. We got scared these 10 minutes trying to make a speech. And
Don't look at me.
thank you. And yeah, that's what I've gotten from him for talking these 10 minutes.
Good evening, one and all. Today I will be introducing my friend Mohammad Roshan, whom I met the last 10 minutes. But unfortunately, I know somewhat about him because we are in the same football club as he just told you. So obviously his hobbies are football, and interestingly he also likes swimming, which I like. And his ambition is, he was confused about it, but after a few seconds he told me doctor, which is again same as mine. And he likes biology, which is of course obvious since he wants to become a doctor. And he's in grade 9, he's 14, he's from Palakkad, Kerala, sorry if I pronounced that wrong. And pretty much that's it. He also told me that he's a humorous person, likes to make his friends laugh. He's also interesting to be around, as I experienced just now. And he's a pretty interesting person overall, which you will enjoy being with and talking with, hanging out with.
Okay. Thank you.
One person within 1 minute to speak.
From the next pair onwards, I would request the speakers who are on stage to remove their masks while speaking. It would be best. I mean, it's uncomfortable, we understand, but it would help us with connection, bit more connection. Just for your safety, all of the people here are triply vaccinated, Yeah, Tal can approve. So we won't give you corona promise. So try your best to remove your mask at least when you're on stage. Next pair. Youth leader Muhammad Harun and youth leader Farhan. No?
Yes.
Yes. A loud round of applause, please. We need to encourage the leaders. This is their first time on stage, so we have to show utmost support.
His name is Farhan. He studies in class 10. And is Jubil. He loves playing football. In his free time, he reads books. His favorite animal is Black Panther. His favorite food is biryani. He's a very entertaining guy. He cracks jokes in middle to entertain others. He's very shy and a good person. His name is Harun. He's from Uttar Pradesh and he's studying in 10th. And his passion is his hobbies is playing football and cricket. His ambition is to become a scientist. His favorite subject is math. His favorite animal is rhino.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, youth leaders. We'll move on to our next pair. Youth leader Vamika Singh and youth leader No, that's not right. Youth leader Vamika is not present. Yes?
No, Vamika is not.
Vedant sister.
Okay, yes, thank you. Youth leader Mirza, and this is also not there.
Mirza and Divya already prior.
Okay. Thank you for the assistance. I really require this. Youth leader Mirza, youth leader Divya. With a loud round of applause, please don't make me. Thank you. Let's be a supportive audience, my friends. I'm fine.
Good evening, fellow youth leaders and distinguished Toastmasters. Here I have with me youth leader Ms. Saish.
Here I have my youth leader Divya Sridhar with me.
Youth leader Mirza Ashad, he studies in grade 10 in IISJ, and his hobbies are playing badminton, which we both also share, and he also likes playing chess and football. His biggest inspiration is his father, and he also loves playing chess with his father as well. And I would say I also like both of my parents, but especially more I love playing and doing everything with my dad. And he also likes reading books and also boosts up the confidence of people around him. That's like a great quality because you always need that. Big round of applause. His achievements are that he got third place in an evaluation contest. That's wonderful. And he has won many prizes in chess and in football. His favorite subjects are math and English. And he has visited many countries, and most of them are Georgia, UAE, and Bahrain. And his ambition is to become a famous football player, and I wish you a best of luck for his future endeavors.
Youth leader Divya Sridhar is studying in 9th standard in Al Hussain International School. She also likes to play badminton and table tennis. She has siblings. She's studying in 11th standard. She likes to go out when she's free and spend time with her friends and family. She likes maths, chemistry, and physics. From that, we can know she usually get good marks in class. She's studying in 14. Her age is 14. She's coming from Tamil Nadu. She likes to help others and make others motivate.
She like humorous personality and make friends with them and who shares same personality with her. She likes to do karate and dancing. Her inspiration is her mom, and her ambition is to become an entrepreneur, and I wish the best of luck.
Either Divya took a very risk there favoring her father over her mother for playing chess. I hope you get fooled. Next youth leader. Youth leader Karthik and youth leader Pragati, please be on stage.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Karthik. She is Pragati. Her favorite food is karate and gobi manchuri. Her best friend is Bawali. Also, her ambition is to join, not join, is to be a player of chess. Her dream, her favorite place is India. The most memorable experience is she was first in class for chess. Then her age is 12 and classes attended is only, I think, Toastmasters. And her dream is to join military. Thank you. Good evening, my name is Pragati and my partner here is Karthik Suresh. His favorite food is putta and he's from Kollam in Kerala. And his best friend is Siddharth. His hobby is to play keyboard and draw. And his ambition is to become an IPS officer. His dream is to become a football player. And his favorite place is Murudeshwara temple. His memorable experience is getting certificate from the principal for getting straight A's. Classes he attended and remembers a lot is Toastmasters and right now and Abacus till 6th level. His age is 11. Thank you.
Thank you, youth leaders. We'll move on to the next one. Youth leader Siddharth and youth leader Ritika. Please be on stage.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Siddharth. Today I am saying about my friend Ritika, which I just acquainted for about 10 minutes. So, her name is Ritika. She is studying in 9th standard and she was born in 24th June 2007. And she is 14 years old. She is from Tamil Nadu and her siblings, and she has one big brother, and her hobby is to play so many games. I asked her what is her hobby. She said, I don't know, to play games. So I said, what? Like what? She said so many. I guessed about football, volleyball and stuff. So, and her ambition is to become in military, to get in the Air Force, and I wish she will. Thank you.
This is my friend Siddharth, and he's in 9th grade. He's from Kerala. His birthday is on the 9th of November 2010. Even though I just met him now, and we have only a 3 years difference, I became friends with him very easily, and I'm so glad I have a friend like him now. His hobbies are playing piano and he likes to cycle. He likes to hang out with his sister. I would love to have a brother like him though. And his ambition is to become an automobile engineer.
Thank you.
Thank you, dear Siddharth and Ritika. We'll move on to youth leader Faraz and youth leader Aaron. Please welcome them on stage.
Respected parents, Toastmasters, and my dear friends. Good evening to one and all. On this wonderful day, I would like to introduce my good friend who I just met 30 minutes ago. His name is Faraz. He studies in the same school as me, which is International Indian School, IAS Jubail. He is in class 6 and is 11 years old. His parents, Mr. Shafi and Mrs. Reema. He is a very special person because he has a twin sister. Her name is Farzeen. She would be enumerated. He loves to draw and paint. His ambition is to be a doctor. He loves cricket. It's his favorite sport. His best friends are Karthik and Siddharth. I am really looking forward to knowing him more. Thank you.
Good evening, dear parents, youth leaders. Today's my friend is Aaron. Aaron studying in same class as me, ISJ. In class 9th, he is 14 years old, and his parents are father Joshi and mother Roji. And his ambition is to become a football player. And he is from Kochi, Kerala, Kochi. His siblings are big brother Rohan, who is studying in India. His favorite sport is footballer, and his favorite player is Messi.
Thank you, youth leaders. We'll move on. Youth leader Farzeen, youth leader Joanna. The podium is yours.
Good evening to all. My friend was in my friend Joanna, and she's hobby is drawing, and she want to be she's ambition is fashion designer. She's 8 years old. Sorry, she's 13 years old, and she's studying in 8th standard. She favorite subject is Hindi, and she's living in Kerala, Calicut. She's favorite food is pizza, and she's favorite flower is jasmine. She's not that much talkative. That's it. Thank you.
Her name is Farsi. She's studying 6th grade. She's 11 years old, and she's having two twin brothers, Farzan and Farah. And her hobbies are art and dancing. Her ambition is to become an astrology. She's from Trivandrum, and her favorite food is dosha. And favorite flower is rose, and she's very talkative, and her favorite subject is maths.
Thank you. Moving on to the next group of youth leaders, we have youth leader Leah and youth leader Arna. We'll wind up the session in about 10 minutes. I know I have exceeded my 10 minutes.
Good evening, everyone. This is my good friend Arna, and she's in 6th grade. And her brother is Arna, which should be here. And her hobbies are painting, singing, dancing. And she's in ISJ. The thing I love about her is her laughs. It just makes me want to laugh. And I couldn't ask much about her because of the time shortage, and I look forward to knowing more. Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. Today I want to introduce my good friend Leah. Her hobby is to play football, chess, etc. She is very nice, and I like the way she speaks. I love her when she speaks. It makes me laugh. She is steady in IISC grade 7th grade. Actually, I didn't meet her. I meet her in the interview also. And her ambition is to be the doctor, Mr. Fleck. Thank you. Ready? I'm Dr.
Now moving on to Youth Leader Arnav and Youth Leader Chaitanya. Audience, fellow audience, please.
This is my fellow partner. His name is Arnav Gupta. His mom's name is Sushil Gupta.
My father is Gupta.
Oh, sorry. His father's name is Sushil Gupta. His mother's name is Archana Gupta, and he has a twin, Aruna. Arna. His hobbies are coding, piano, dancing, and his favorite subject is computer science. He wants to become a doctor when he grows up, and he's in 6th standard. He's 10 years old. His favorite color is red, and he likes ice cream. That is similarity. And he's from Uttar Pradesh, Kanpur, and his mother tongue is Hindi. His birthday is on 16th November, and his dream place is Korea, and it's a similarity. And he likes good vibes song, not very specific. He said any song. And his idol is Michael Jackson, and his favorite actor is Varun Dhawan. That's it.
His name is Chaitanya Shri, and and her hobby is karate, football, and dancing. Her mother name is Shanti Rekha, and her father name is Vasura. And her class is 9th, and his favorite subject is political science, color gray, and similarity that our favorite food is ice cream. And then he is from Telangana in Hyderabad, and she born in 18th September. And we have similarity that we have to go in Korea, that similarity, and she likes K-pop music. And her idol is Subhash Chandra Bose, and favorite actor Varun Dhawan, that's similarity, and his mother tongue is Telugu.
You were calling. Thank you, our next Youth Leader group will be Youth Leader Isha and Youth Leader Joy.
You were calling me he.
Isha Nosha. His passion is to be a teacher. She studies at the school, International English School, and she studies at 8th F. Her hobbies are drawing, reading, and calligraphy. Her age is 13, and she's from Kerala, Thrissur. And she's very shy and silent person, but also a kind-hearted and exciting person. Thank you.
Good evening to one and all. I'm really happy to introduce my friend Joel Roshan. She's a 6th grader in ISJ. She's friendly and talkative person. She wants to help everyone by being a doctor in the future. Her favorite sport is badminton, and she loves dancing and singing. She lives in Kerala, Kollam. She has been living in ISJ for 10 years. Thank you.
my friend Rayan. He's from Kerala, Thrissur. He's his sixth grader in the same school as me. He likes solving cubes, playing with friends. He likes to read and play football. He has a sister and a brother. His most favorite subject is math. His best friend's name is Joel. He enjoys action movies.
Hi, good afternoon. So today I met a new friend. His name is Joseph. Sir Joseph. Pronunciation is right. So he's studying in 9th. He's from Kerala, Thrissur. His hobbies are reading books, playing outside, like games like football. And his favorite subject is English. So I asked him what was he good at in. I thought it would be English, but it is science. He has two siblings, two sisters. His favorite movie is Terminator. His favorite subject English. Then his favorite book to read is The Famous Five. His ambition is to be an engineer, and he loves action movies. That's a similarity between us. So thanks.
Thank you. Next you will Afra and you will Nafil.
Hi everyone, my name is Afra and here I have my friend Muhammad Faiz Alfal. First of all, I thought he was a very silent, innocent person before I started talking to him. But then I realized we should never judge a book by its cover, and I just found out the answer. Now, he is 11-year-old and he's in 7th grade just as me. And we were in the same school. And his favorite color, in fact, is yellow. And it's a very bright color, so I think he's also a very bright person, in fact. And he has two siblings, Farhan and Fadil, I think. Yeah, and his hobbies are, in fact, reading, playing football, which I never thought, but anyways. And he has a lot of best friends. I'll just address some of it. Sad, Adman, and John. You know what? He has a lot of best friends, I'll just say that. And he is a big anime fan. I think so. His favorite anime is Naruto, and his favorite songs are Believer, which I also love, and Lovely, One Dance, etc., etc., etc. He loves to go to school, but then I realized what does he prefer, and he said he prefers online school. That I do not understand. And his birthday is on September 3rd, and his favorite subject is SST. And he watches a lot of YouTube just as me. I think we are all YouTube things. And his favorite football player is Messi. In fact, I think most of, yeah. And then his favorite food is burger, I think. And his favorite pet is, favorite animal is rabbit. And the list goes on and on and on, but I think I'll just end it here. And I am looking forward to meeting, knowing him more and being better friends in the future. Even though I got 10 minutes and I wrote a lot of things, I didn't add them all. And that's it about it.
Hello everyone, my partner's name is Afra. She's 12 years old, and she's favorite color is blue, and her sibling name is Hania, and she's hobby is singing, dancing, and getting to know each other. And she's favorite sport is football and basketball. Her best friend is Aisha, Anya, Shwenya, Devika, and her favorite TV shows are Jurassic Park and Dance with West and all Netflix shows. And her favorite song is Politic songs and Alex Benjamin songs and Alex. And she was born on November 12, 2009. Her favorite subject is maths, and she is from Kannur. And his favorite movie is Our First Date, and his favorite artist is YouTuber. Thank you.
is my partner Martin. He has a lot of similar hobbies as mine. He likes playing, enjoying with friends and public speaking. His favorite place, the place he wants to visit, is Iceland. He is in 10th grade and everyone likes interacting with him. His nationality is Gujarat and he is from Ahmedabad. His biggest fear is being imperfect. But I'm going to tell you all that being imperfect is there in everyone. No one is perfect in this world. I hope me and him can help the world in being positive, in terms of kindness, not in terms of pride. Or else I would have said let's spread negativity. That does not sound good. Okay, over.
Good evening to one and all. Good evening to one and all. Meet my new friend Ishan from Karnataka, Hejaman. His hobbies, sports, games, public speaking. Favorite place to visit, Japan. What he does most of the day, study. Which irked me a bit, but yeah. Ambition, graphic designing. Weak points, imagine the weak points. Being too nice. And what? And he hates people being rude to him. Everyone likes him for being kind. His favorite subject, science, and he fears darkness.
Next youth leader. Youth leader Jonathan and youth leader Aisha Fatima, may I have you on stage? Yes.
To be honest, I got a really interesting partner. His name is Jonathan. He's 14 and in 9th standard. His favorite color is white and he plays football and plays piano. And he has a younger brother who is in 5th. And he's from Karnataka, Hubei. Hope I pronounced it right. And he likes the movie KGF. He was born in March 4th, 2008. And his favorite subject is maths. He's from the same school as me, which is IISJ. And he likes offline class, which is also a similarity. And he wants to be an engineer. And his mother tongue is Telugu. And his favorite football player is like Lionel Messi. Thank you.
My partner, Aisha Fatima, her name is Aisha Fatima. She's from Kerala, Trivandrum. She was born in June 24, 2010. She studies in IISJ school. She's 7th grade. She's having one elder sister. And her father works in Yoga Gawa company. And she's 12 years old.
Thank you. I believe that's the end of our pairing session. Let's give a huge round of applause. Of course, no work is complete without a perfect evaluation, and for a brief evaluation, I would like to call none other than your own chief coordinator, Ms. Master Manoj, for the start evaluation session.
Thank you very much, Aisha. That fantastic session, and I really appreciate her for giving such a great workshop on this body. Let us give her a round of applause for it. Yeah, it's always difficult to evaluate, but sometimes it's required. Today, actually, what I have witnessed is a bundle of talents interacting each other. Fantastically done. Within 10 minutes, you have collected a whole crowd of information from another person whom you are seeing for the first time. Amazing. This requires a very big round of applause. Let us have a round of applause. And I personally thank you, Leader Aisha, for bringing out the talent, the hidden potential in each one of you. If I note down the good points, you were very confident as she was telling me that this is the best youth leaders you got for this youth leadership program. Yes, even though I initially did not believe her, but it is true. I want to establish that it is really true. A talented lot of youth leaders we have here. And I am sure by the end of this program, we will find a fine-tuned youth leaders with fantastic colors to their communication and leadership qualities. And when we go into the evaluation, we have to say some improvements in that area. Already, I don't find much, but still, I should say, when we have given a workshop on etiquettes as well as ways to handle each other, ways to talk to each other, I found many of them were forgetting. I don't think you are truly not doing that, but forgetting the things actually. When you are coming to the stage, you have to shake hands with your partner, you can shake hands with the facilitator, and that should be the way. And when you are going back as well, it is your duty to have a shake hand with the facilitator, so she also will be happy. Many times I found her face, people will immediately, they are in a rush to go out. So it is not because we are not used to all these things. Toastmasters is the best platform for doing that, and youth leadership is the best platform for that. So you will, by the end of your the show, you will find how you are going to change in all those areas. Yeah, I don't want to bring out more because you have a lot of time to interact with you. Then in the coming times, we will interact much more in detail. I wish you all the very best in this occasion. Regarding the evaluation, I have just taken some good things into account, like the person who has done best dress code. Actually, it was a requirement in our briefing and the interview session. Let me call upon youth leader Mazin for the best dressed youth leader. Please come to the stage. Let us give him a round of applause. You can remove his mask. Yeah, please. I found him fantastic. You see him, he is having the same pattern of dress, with the tie of the same pattern. Fantastically done. Let us give him a round of applause. Just I give him the token of appreciation for the gift on book. Thank you, Mazin. Keep it up. Yeah, among the girls youth leaders, which I found the best dress code of youth leader Leah. See the pattern she is wearing, fantastically done. Yeah, thank you, Leah. Also, I have noticed the best handshakes when they are coming to the podium. May I call upon youth leader Fuzzy. Fantastic. She was very obedient and she was immediately giving the handshakes. Fantastically done. Thank you, Fuzzy. Another youth leader with a very good handshakes which I found is youth leader Afra. Please come. Fantastic. Well done. Yeah. Well done. All the very best to you. I have a small token of gift for you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, please. These are small things which I noticed. It doesn't mean that you have anybody has just not well, there's nothing, no negatives. And here there's no comparison as well. Okay, this is just for the days, times, my observations. So take it very positively, and I hand over the lecture back to youth leader Aisha.
Thank you, Manoj Uncle, for that very informative evaluation. Fellow youth leaders, with this, the session has officially come to an end. And congratulations on taking the first step towards expressing yourself, towards stepping into the public speaking arena. Congratulations on the first step in the journey of your youth leadership program. A huge round of applause. And I wasn't lying one bit when I told your chief coordinator that this is one of the best youth leadership programs I've ever been to. It was an honor and it was a privilege to be a part of this. And I wish you all the best in your future and all the journeys to come ahead. With that, I would like to hand over to the youth leader of the day.
To felicitate youth leader Aisha Safir, let me invite our YLP coordinator DTM Manoj Uncle and club president DTM Harish Uncle to the stage.
This is the first facilitation I am doing actually, and I am glad that I am giving it to youth leader Aisha.
Thank you, DTM Manoj Uncle and Harish Uncle. Dear youth leaders and guests, let's have a 10 minutes break.
Let's break. Just go towards talk to see if you want
tea, coffee,
tea.